People, I bring you the best news of the year. This video that you're about to watch could be the easiest pathway to fulfilling your Canadian dream. Under this program that I'm about to share with you now, you do not need language proficiency tests. There is no age limit. You will be able to apply from anywhere in the world, and there is no degree requirement. You will be getting 18,000 Canadian dollars worth of scholarship free of charge. After finishing your course in this province, because you will be studying health related course, you're guaranteed to get a job at the end of your study. And after 3 years of living in this province, you are entitled to apply for your permanent resident and subsequently your Canadian citizenship. My people, it doesn't get better than this. That is why I said this is the best news of the year, that I, your humble servant, is pleased to share this with you. For those that are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Francis. My returning subscriber, thank you so much for all your support. I am on a mission to save you money, give you the information to legally migrate abroad so you do not have to pay an agent to fulfill your migration dream. If you are looking to migrate abroad, this channel is your best guide to migrate, and therefore it is in your best interest to subscribe to this channel so that we will give you the information and guidance to fulfill your migration dream. So I would encourage you to subscribe to this channel and follow us on our different social media channel, so there's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and just to make sure you're following us on all the platforms. I've just got off the phone with a friend whose younger sister used this program that I'm about to share with you to migrate to Canada. She is in Canada as we speak right now. My friend told me when the sister told him about this program, he thought his sister was about to be scammed until she showed him her admission letter. That is when he started taking this seriously. So guys, when you finish watching this program, make sure if you do not have access to laptop or desktop, go to the next internet cafe close to you and start applying right away. Okay? This school is dishing out scholarship, and I can tell you it's not going to last forever. So that is why information, they say, is power. Take advantage of this opportunity. Make sure your application, you send it to the school as soon as possible. So what is the good news that I have for you today, my people? There is a college in Halifax. I will tell you the name of the college shortly. This college, is based in Halifax in Nova Scotia. They also have campuses in Vancouver and Ontario, but I would advise you to go to the one in Halifax. The reason being that Vancouver and Ontario are two of the most expensive provinces to live in. So it would be better for you if you're coming from abroad to start from a place where the cost of living is very, very cheap. That is the only reason I would suggest you consider going to Nova Scotia. And Nova Scotia has a lot of job opportunity as well. So that is it. If you like what you are hearing so far, if there is value in what you're hearing, make sure you consider subscribing to this channel. Our mission is to help as many of our people to legally migrate abroad. I will leave a link in the description section of this video for you to apply to this school directly, and I will also show you step-by-step guide of how you can apply in this college. So make sure you watch this video to the end. If you know anyone whose lifelong dream has always been to migrate to Canada, please consider sharing this video with them. You could be transforming someone and their children's life by doing that. So let's go to the good news. So this college, as I said before, is based, you are going to be going to the one in Halifax. They offer courses in health-related field and fully funded scholarship. After you finish your course, you're guaranteed to get a job, and with that job, you will be able to apply for your permanent resident after 3 years. So I'm going to show you the college now, okay? So like I said before, quick summary, this college, there is no age limit, there is no language proficiency test, there is no degree requirement. Anyone with a minimum of secondary school qualification can apply, and you can apply from anywhere in the world. As long as you have access to the internet, you can apply for this course. If you stick around to the end, I will give you a bonus tips of how you can present your application to make sure your application stands out when you submit your application. So let me show you this college now, and I hope that you're seeing value in what you are hearing, and I will again consider subscribing to Launch Club. We want to help as many of our people as possible to legally migrate this year. So go on Google search, type in, what you type in is Oxford International College, Canada. So once you type it, click on the college, it comes up, it takes you to the college site. So once it takes you to that site, all you do is that you go on where it says apply now. Okay, at the top here, you see apply now. You click on that. So once you click on that, it comes up with this. So what we'll need to do is we need to apply for diploma programs. So we click on that, okay? So it takes us to this page, okay? So say for instance, I've just put John Tinubu here as the name, okay? So John, so the next thing is going to ask for the name on the passport. So his first name on the passport is John. So we'll put John there. So John's date of birth, I just put the date of birth there. Say John is a male, we put John, male. So country, John is a Nigerian. He resides in Nigeria. Does the student hold a valid passport? You say yes, you have a passport. And it will ask you for your passport number. So for the sake of this, we're just going to put this number here. That's John's passport. So it will now ask us, the next thing it will ask us is with the expiring date of the passport. So we're going to put a date here. So we'll put 20th of the 3rd of the 4th, 2029. That's the date the passport expires. So country head, Nigeria. Student country of birth. So in this case, the country's passport head is holding a Nigerian passport. Where was he born? He was born in Nigeria. So we'll tick on Nigeria there. So if you are from Ghana, Zimbabwe, Pakistan, India, just fill it there. I'm just putting Nigerian there because I have a lot of followers in Nigeria, so I'm just putting that there. So where does John live? So I'm just going to put number 30 here, okay? The name of the street, I'm just going to put formula close. So I just put Ikeja Street here, Lagos, Nigeria. That's the name of the state. So it's asking for zip code. So I just put the zip code there. If you have postcode in your country or whatever you have, put it there. So I'll put the country there. So it takes me here. So it's going to ask the correspondent where the address, where the letters will be sent to. So I'm just going to put, in this case, I'm going to put is the same as the address on the top. So in John's case, it's going to be the same address. So I'm just going to put that. So the next thing it's going to ask us is the mobile number, country code. So in Nigerian's case, the country code is 234. So you put your country code there. So you put the mobile number there. You put the mobile number. You put the landline number. In this case, I'm just going to put a number here just for the sake of this. So it's asking for the student email. So I'm just going to put this email there. Okay. So it's asking you for the Skype ID. So we're going to put this there for the sake of this program. So we can see here is asking for, okay, here is asking, does the student have a guardian? Say yes. So what is their title? Title is Mr. Okay. So yeah, it's going to ask you for the name. So we're just going to put a name there. This is John's father's name. So we're going to put John there too. So surname, we're going to put Tinubu there. Okay, Tinubu. Relationship, I'll just put father there. Okay. Does the guardian have the same home address? I'm just going to put yes, he has the same home address. Yeah, it's his father. So you can see this is going to come up like this. Okay, so it's going to ask us for the country code. We'll put the country code, which is Nigeria 234. Okay, just going to put this number here. We're going to put 00 there. Okay, so it's going to put the email here. Let's say, for instance, the email is, I'm just going to put this email here. I'm going to put this here. Okay, right. Cool. We'll just put in here. So you put your information here, okay? So once you've done that, you go to the top here, okay? Anything that shows red here, it means it's a must. So you have to make sure it means that it's a must. You can't go to the next page if you haven't done it. So the next thing you do, you click on next here. So you can see here, it's telling us that we haven't filled this. So we have to fill this before it allows us to go to the next page. So we click on next. So it's just bringing up the page now. Okay. So just give it some time. It's just coming up, loading the page. So it's just loading the page. So as you can see, it didn't let us continue because it's asking us how did we hear about them. So in this case, we're just going to put online research. So that's why it was slow before. So we're going to try go back again, see if it allows us now. Hopefully it will let us continue. So as you can see, we've gone to the next page because everything is fine. So now it's asking us, are we an agent? No, because we're doing it on behalf of John. We're not an agent. So because of that, it's going to tell us to go to the next page because we're not agents. Okay, so now it's asking you, because I said we're going to this one in Halifax, because as I said before, this is the cheap one. So we'll tick on that one. So we click on the next one. Okay, so now it's asking us, what type of course do we want? Do we want 6 months? What do we want? So in this case, okay, so I will just put here the terms that you want, okay? So we'll put the terms that you want. Let me go back so you can see what we put it here. So it's asking here, preferred college, Halifax. Then we'll click on this one, okay? So it's asking us here, how many terms do we want to stay there? So we're just gonna put there, okay? So it's taking us to the next page now. So now it's asking us, when do we want to start this course? So there's a start date. We can start on the 20th of October. Canada is dishing out visas like nothing, like no man's business. You can get your visa within 3 weeks, but to be on the safe side, because they might ask you for evidence to show that you will be able to take care of support yourself in Canada. So for you to have some time to gather yourself, I would suggest you tick, just to play safe, tick January start date. That's when you want to start. You can tick January whenever you want to start, but I would say be careful to choose November because there's not enough time for you to gather what you want. So once you choose when you want to start, you go to the next page there. So he's now asking, the next thing is now asking us, do you require a visa to study in Canada? In our case, yes. Pay attention to this. Have you ever been granted a visa to enter Canada? No. If you have, then you put the date there. Have you ever had a application refused to any country, if you've ever had application refused, you have to tick yes, because you have to be honest. If you haven't been refused visa, just click no. But remember, if you tick yes, they will ask you for information about with a date, why, what was the reason your application was refused, to make sure these are things to do with terrorism and money laundering, to make sure that you're not somebody who's going to your presence is not going to pose threat to Canadian society. So depending on your situation, if you've been refused, you say yes. If you haven't been refused, say no. And you just go to the next page here. Okay, now this is very important. So like I said, this program, a minimum of secondary school qualification is all you need. So in your case, say for instance, you went to, I just put this college here, IELTS college, and it's asking when was the start date? You just put this there. When did you finish this course? You put this there. What did you obtain? I just put BSc there. If you obtain, say for instance, WAEC, which is the West African secondary school qualification, put it there. Now you put it there. If you have more than one qualification, you put it there. Say for instance, you have West African examination qualification, you have BSc, and you have masters. Just click additional institution, just put it there, add whatever qualification you have. Once you've done that, you go to the next page, you click on next. Okay, now this is very important. This program does not require IELTS. Now, what you need to do is you click on others here, okay? Once you click on others, then you will not just put here, you just put NB, NA, not required. It says study. First of all, just put studied in English language and comes from a country, from an English speaking country. Just put it there, just put it there. So what you're telling them there is that your course was taught in English, therefore you do not require an English test. If you are from French speaking background, you have a qualification here, or you have French qualification in your study, you studied in French. You have to understand that Canada recognizes French and English. That's the official language in most of the province. So you can upload your qualification. You just add it here. You fill all the information. When did you take the examination? Where did you take it? What center? You fill all the center. You fill all that information. But in John's case, because John is from an English-speaking country, Nigeria, he doesn't require this. So he will just put there, course was taught in English and come from an English-speaking country. Then he will go to the next page here. So now he's now asking John, how are you going to sponsor yourself? So what John needs to do is to say he's going to sponsor himself. So you click on myself. And once you've done that, if your parents are sponsoring you, you put guardian or parents. If the government is sponsoring you, put it there. But if you say guardian or parents or government, you will have to provide evidence to support what you're saying. So the next thing John will do is to come to this place, okay? So he's asking, do you have a disability, dyslexia, blind? Do you require a wheelchair? Or you have to understand, in the Western world, the law says that nobody should be discriminated against on the basis of their religion, ethnicity, disability. So be honest. Nobody is going to discriminate against you because of your race or your disability or whatever. So be honest to them so that they can support you. So the next thing you're going to do, if you have any criminal conviction, you say yes or no. If you have answered yes, you have to put the details of the conviction and what happened. You put it there. So once you fill out this section, then you take it to this page. You go to this page. Okay. Now, this is where it gets important, it gets interesting. So you tick on here to confirm that you've read. You give permission for them to contact your school. You understand that these conditions, you understand that the cost of living in this country is higher than your own country. And you click on tick here. If you want them to send you marketing information, you say yes, you click on understand. Then the next thing you do, you go to this page here. Now, this is very important, okay? So now you put your passport, you upload your passport here, you upload your certificate that was taught in English language, you upload here. You will need to get your transcript from your institution in your home country. You upload your transcript here, okay? So if you have a previous visa, you upload it here. Any other supporting document. Now, where it says any other supporting document here, I will tell you what you do shortly, okay? But any other supporting document. The section where it says any other supporting document, if I were you, that is where I will attach my CV, and I will also attach my personal statement. Now, your personal statement, a good personal statement, when the reader finish reading it, it should tell them what is the motivation, what is your passion, and why are you coming to Canada to apply for this course. So they should be able to see that what is driving your decision making. I've written personal statement when I was applying to study social work in university in the UK, and I've helped a lot of people craft personal statement. This is what I would suggest you do. Even if you are coming to Canada and you do not intend to return to your home country, you need to consider saying things like, for example, this is just an example. I have lived in a society where poor people have died from preventable diseases because they could not afford health care. One of the reasons I want to come and study here is because I believe this would give me a once in a lifetime opportunity to study in a reputable institution in one of the most advanced countries in the world. The experiences that I will gain from studying in this country will improve my practice, and I intend to return to my home country so that I can use those experiences to improve the outcomes of people in my community, especially the poorest and vulnerable. When you put things like that, what you're telling the person that is reading it is that the reason they should consider you is because you've seen people who have died from things like malaria, which is preventable in the Western world because they couldn't afford healthcare. You are driven by a personal desire to want to learn, gather experience, go back to your home country to make a difference. Nobody will read that kind of statement and think, wow, this guy is genuinely want to make a difference in his society. That is just one tip for you. Okay? So write your personal statement, put your CV in that section. Do not be in a hurry to submit your application. Show somebody that knows more than you and ask them to give you constructive feedback, because that would improve the quality of your work. If someone that knows more than you, take a critical look at it and give you feedback. Okay, so make sure you do that. If you submit your application and you pass the first stage, you will be invited for interview. Again, I had to do what anybody that has read any medical health related course abroad, it's a must. You have to be interviewed by the panel. Again, if you are shortlisted for interview, contact me. I would offer you free consultation about how to prepare for an interview. But again, when you're preparing for an interview, it's similar to what I've just said. They need to see, why should we, of all the thousands of applicants that have applied to come and study here for free, why should this university consider you? They need to see again what is driving you. So with that is where you still craft a story, a narrative that you will put, that you will convey when you're doing your interview. So when you get to that bridge, reach out to me. I will be able to help you. So I hope you have found value in what I have shared with you this video, and make sure you consider subscribing to Launch Club. As I said before, we want to help as many of our brothers and sisters to legally migrate abroad without having to spend money on agents, because we believe that if we give you this information, you will be able to do this yourself and save money. Thank you so much for all those that have been praying for us and saying all sorts of nice things, that appreciate what we're trying to do. It takes a lot of sacrifice and effort to do what we're doing. Thank you to those that appreciate all the effort. and we continue to make sure we do our best to help you. Consider subscribing to our channels. Follow us on all these Facebook and social media platform. And I will see you when I release my next video in 2 days' time. God bless, and may God help you, and may your dream comes true. Thank you so much for all your time and support. Thank you. Bye bye.